141 days on average until the Bitcoin halving. Let's look at the stock and flow model here to see what we can expect for the Bitcoin price over the next couple of months or so. So if we're looking at the price here, guys, we're looking at this color code until the next halving. Down in this blue area here, we're around 141 days on average until that point. Let's go back to the previous halvings and let's see what actually happened before then. We actually dumped down significantly before the previous halving, and you can see the one before that, we actually just went sideways. We did actually have a little pullback as well. And then the one before that, we did actually see quite a nice little bit of upwards momentum. So what is this telling you right now? We have seen a bit of upwards momentum so far, so I probably would expect either sideways momentum right now or a significant pullback, just because on the longer term time frame, guys, we've been trending up for so long here. If you look at the weekly chart, look how many bullish weeks we've had in a row now, like 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is going to be the 7th bullish week in a row when we get to that 3 days and 11 hours. So very crucial stuff. Let's jump to the short term time frame here for Bitcoin, because I want to go through a position that I'm looking for, and then we're going to get to the midterm for another pullback position, which you guys have to get involved with. Obviously not financial advice, but it looks so clean, and I will go into that and show you as to why. Let's talk about the short-term time frame for a second. You can see this upwards sloping. I mean, it's an ascending triangle, right? It's an ascending triangle, and you've got an upwards sloping level of support coming through like so. Levels of support coming through, upwards sloping trend line. Looking really good. This is usually a continuation chart pattern, guys. Tends to usually break to the upside, and that's sort of what we're looking for here for Bitcoin. But we need to get the parameters correct as to when we're going to be entering this position, okay? So if we're looking for the measure move, okay, the measure move is going to look something along the lines of this. We're going to go from the bottom of the chart pattern to the top of the chart pattern. We're going to be dragging that to the break point. Now, you can see we have actually tested this area multiple times, guys. We've tested this area multiple times and seen pretty strong resistance, okay? So these are basically fake breakouts. So a lot of people would have actually got into these positions and then just got wrecked in their stop loss, right? They would have got in on the candle body close because we've broken this level of resistance that we got coming through here. They would have got in. They would have tried to basically long this market and then just got absolutely slammed down, right? We're not doing that because we're smart and we're waiting for pullbacks. We're waiting for other indicators to trigger off as well, so we can get to a nice, safe position. Now, you're probably asking, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for, again, this trap zone to be broken, guys. We know that we get resistance here multiple times, so why are we going to be trading in this zone? The likelihood of us getting slammed down again, it's quite likely, right? So that's why we're not going to be trading in that zone, and then we're going to be using the volume-weighted ATR bands, guys, as a key level of support and resistance, okay? Because these guys are heavily respected, as you can see. Really a lot of respect on these bad boys. So what are we waiting for in this position? The position itself, in terms of percentages, is probably going to be worth around 5.29% if we're going to be using all of those take profits, guys, okay? If we're going to be using all of those take profits. And the take profits that I'm referring to are 38.899, 39.3, 39.8, and 40.4. We're not just going to be going for literally one take profit here and one stop loss, because that's not the best way to trade, guys. You want to be staggering your take profits. And once you hit your first take profit, take your stop loss, move your stop loss to your entry point, and then it's a risk-free position from there. Really good stuff. That's how you make a lot of money with trading. Now, what are we looking for this position to activate our entry point? The point that I'm looking for here, guys, is to see a nice big move to the upside, break this high at around 38.6, which is on I think it's Lux Algo. Yeah, Lux Algo is actually, it's classed as a weak high. Yeah, it's classed as a weak high. So there is chance, and it is, because they reference the order book there. So they're basically saying that this is the weak high, and there's a big chance that we could break this very easily. So if we're using that as a reference as well, we've got the volume-weighted ATR bands, 30-minute, the 60-minute as well. We need to get above them, guys. I want to see us above them for that entry point. If we can get above them in terms of support, nice solid candle body close, come down, get a little retest of the volume-weighted ATR bands for support, and then ride that wave up, okay? First take profit, as you can see, volume-weighted ATR band looking pretty good there. That's sort of what I would be going for there. In terms of risk-reward ratio, guys, you can see this has changed since yesterday's video. It is still a 1-to-1, but if we are going to be following this volume-weighted ATR band on the 30-minute like we were before as a stop loss, it's out of the chart pattern on the lower side. I'm sure we've got moving averages in there as well to hold us up. Yeah, we've got the 55. We've also got the 21, which we're currently testing in terms of support. So there's a lot of areas for support for this position. Okay, so you can have your stop loss pretty much anywhere in these areas. To be on the safe side, I like to trade 1-to-1. I feel like it's a lot more comfortable with 1-to-1 trades rather than like a 4-to-1 or something like that. 1-to-1s are always better for me, and I just find them a lot more, just more comfortable, right? Everyone's got their own preference. So if we are going to be going to 1-to-1, I would be looking for a stop loss at around 36.4, but you can see the volume weighted ATR band on the hourlies coming up as well. So if this comes up with the price movement, with the bullishness to come to this entry point, then the 1-to-1 will still be in this area as this volume weighted ATR band will rise up. So in terms of a stop loss, around 36.4. Moving on to the midterm time frame, guys, because there is a massive pullback that I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of, and you guys should as well. I'm not saying copy my tea here. I'm not saying this is financial advice at all. Obviously, do your own research here. But yeah, this is a very interesting one. You've got a rising parallel channel, guys. You've got all the support on the lower side coming through multiple times. You've got a dirty, filthy trap zone. You've got the resistance on the top side here, looking really good. Parallel channel to the upside. Parallel channel, guys, they tend to usually break down. They are pullback chart patterns, so we're going to be using this to our advantage. Where are we going to break? Not too sure as of yet. When is this pullback going to happen? Not too sure. But in terms of market structure on the longer term time frames, guys, it's absolutely fine, okay? The market structure, I will go into that in a second on the daily time frame, look at market structure to see where the pullback levels could be, because they're very interesting. But yeah, in terms of this short position, guys, what I'm actually looking for right now, it is going to be this measure move along the lines of this, right? The measure move is going to be coming down like so. It's going to be worth around, actually that's wrong, hold on, that's wrong. I did not include the trap zone. There we go. That is worth around, let's draw it in. Obviously it all changes all the time. So it's worth around 7.5%, guys. So yeah, pretty big position to the lower side here. In terms of take profits, what are we going to be referencing? We're going to be volume weighted ATR band on the hourly. The daily, of course, we've got another big swing position to be taken advantage of on the daily, which I went through on yesterday's video, so make sure you go and check that out. And yeah, that's going to be a really nice 5% bounce, I do think, before we get into this position. So yeah, looking pretty good here on the lower term time frames, looking for around that 7.5%. If we're referencing key points here, you look at the RSI, guys, we've got upwards sloping support lines coming through. If we do see a dump down, there's a very clean, very clean cut bounce point in terms of support on the RSI, which indicates buying pressure to the upside. Okay, so this is the area that we're going to be looking out for there. If we're going to be using that as a reference on the chart, what are we going to be seeing here, guys? What are we going to be seeing? We're essentially going to be seeing either a bounce point at around this area here, which is probably around 36.8 or around 36.2. That sort of area is going to be looking for. And also you've got the volume weighted ATR bands as bounce points as well there. Very crucial stuff to be looking out for there, guys. And also, I did want to touch on volume quickly. If we just go up a time frame and look at the volume, because you can see here, guys, we do have... I want to make it visually appealing for you guys. It's not really that great because we've got... There we go. You can see we do have very strong volume trend. Okay, we've got a very strong volume trend coming down there. You can see that trend line. You can see these levels. So if we do see any sort of spike in the volume, there's going to be a reversal. So it kind of looks like here with the RSI lining up, a different time frame now, but the RSI lining up in terms of a level of support, and it's nearly frozen. Yeah, in terms of level of support, RSI lining up. In terms of the volume lining up as well there, guys. If we do see a nice spike, it's likely that we're going to see a spike to the downside, and then the support will play out. So that's another indication that we're likely to see quite a big bounce from the lower side of this chart pattern, okay? And that's around volume weighted ATR band 60, and that could be 36.3, it could be 36.8, okay? But overall, still looking bullish, looking for that lovely big pullback worth around 7.5%. Talking Bitcoin dominance, talking Bitcoin CME, we closed the Bitcoin CME gap from the weekend, looking pretty good, smashed that, really good stuff. Now, the other CME gaps that are currently still open that I can see at the moment, guys, you've got one down at around 29,800. Absolutely feasible. We can get there. Don't want to get there, but we probably will get there. And also 27. Key areas to be looking out for there for a big pullback for Bitcoin. In terms of Bitcoin dominance, guys, you're seeing Bitcoin dominance clearing this chart pan. We discussed this... ascending triangle to the upside with the completion of this measure move at around 53.5%. Very interesting stuff, because the higher this goes, the more control Bitcoin has over your lovely altcoins. Touching on altcoins for a second quickly, we're seeing Some lower cap coins basically coming out of the woodwork at the moment, right? You've got SEI, STX, you've got Clay, you've got Blur, you've got all these new coins coming out as well. So yeah, looking pretty good. In terms of an average of what I think the market's looking like, I mean, the bubbles speak for themselves right now. You've got green, you've got red, you've got some big ones like Engine Coin coming through. The market's pretty much balanced. You're seeing pullbacks from guys like Hex, and then you're seeing a nice pumps from Theta. So yeah, pretty stable market at the moment. In terms of the fear and greed index, guys, you're getting greedy. Everyone's getting greedy. It's too much. The whales are going to absolutely slam us down fairly soon, so make sure you're prepared for that. And that is currently sat around 74, continuously going up, guys. As you can see, last month, last week, yesterday. Now today, 74. Sorry, 74. I don't know why I said 75. But yeah, not great, guys. This basically is going to be showing everyone that there's going to be some big manipulation coming through very, very shortly. Let's talk market structure. Let's talk longer term time frames here, guys, because we do need to look at the confirmed higher low, guys. The confirmed higher low for this massive trend is actually all the way down. If this is going to load, it's all the way down at around 25,000. Okay, this is the most previous confirmed higher low, guys, because you can see we've come down, we've had that pullback. This is the higher high. We've broken the higher high. We haven't had a significant pullback to break this and then breaking the higher high. Okay, we haven't had that. So this is the actual market structure level that we have confirmed here, and we're still going to be bullish even if we dump down like that, guys. Horrific dump to the downside, and then we bounce, or we come down to here and then we bounce. It's still going to be bullish in terms of market structure. Okay, there's nothing to worry about, but just so you guys know, keep aware. 25,000 is in a big area to watch, okay? Because if we do break that, then the bulls are here basically. It's going to get rough from there. But obviously with the halving coming up, it's very unlikely that we break 25. So yeah, these are still cheap prices in my opinion, with what everything's going to be happening in the next 6 months. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Make sure you jump across to the Twitter. I am doing updates on Twitter for these positions, and I will be doing a trading challenge over the next few weeks or so. We're going to take $500 all the way up to $10,000. It's going to be amazing stuff. We're going to have an exchange for you to follow along with that as well. It's going to be really, really good, so make sure you look out for that. If you want to join the Telegram, guys, link is in the description. We've got a nice little community in there, talking trading pretty much every day. Really, really good stuff. Nice, tightly knitted community, so make sure you join that as well. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. But for now, it's going to be peace out and goodbye from me, CryptoChester.